Yeah, main character dead, game over. Anyone else dead, you can res them.
Nothing
That
to report,
sucks.
sir.
Like, that's just an inherently flawed system. Like, but it just is, right? Like, there's nothing you can do about it. Wait, so you can res them or you can't res them? It's either one or the two. You keep saying, you keep going back and forth between them. If it's once they lose hit points, that's it. It's over. Because I played games like that. That sucks. If it's you can use the same item that you could use on a different character, then it's okay. If your main character knows res spells, you have Phoenix down, you can res party members. We're not talking about party members. If your main character dies, can your party members use those on your main character? No, yeah, so that sucks.
I found Ritz
Because
and
why
rescued
can't
her from
party
an attack
members
by the
use a
Templars.
res spell
She's fine.
or a Phoenix
Thank you.
or an
I
item
appreciate you
on a
taking
main
the time.
character?
It's dangerous out here for everyone. I'm glad the Inquisition is trying to put things right. Thank you again for rescuing Ritz.
You're welcome. Because the combat system is bad. Yeah, that system exists in a lot of games where if you get through the fight, anyone that's down gets up. So this happens in this game. Anyone that goes down during a fight isn't dead. They'll come up when you leave combat. Even your main character. You know. Which is probably how it should be, because you know, if they're not actually dead, if they're just knocked out and you kill everyone else, which I don't understand why you're not just knocking out. Maybe that's what's happening. We're just knocking out the enemies. That's why they respawn. Alright, we're trying to go to there, I guess. If that's the case, just fast travel back to that one. It's funny, that looks like loot, but it's not. Don't be fooled. Not actually loot.
Die!
I'm not 100% sure on how to... Well, actually, rephrase that. 0% sure on how to get to that area. Seriously? Everywhere we go, there's these guys everywhere. Alright, get out. Yo, tank, where were you on that one? Seeker. Just go over there, Seeker. No, just go. Just go. I hate you, Seeker.
One down.
I hate you so much, Seeker.
Nothing to report, sir.
Okay, in there. Through the cave, maybe? No, that was a dead-end cave. And up there had 2 level 8s. Alright, Bubfire, see you when you're back, dude. Alright. Make our way around to the rift then.
One down!
Oh. Okay. Cabin in Witchwood is locked. Is that where we get the key from? Ah, okay, you're nice. Is it up the top? I think it's up there. Skyrim up the mountain. Fled the circle, not part of the, doesn't want part of the rebellion. Had the key to Grandma's cabin. Oh, it's like that's where we found something. I guess that's kind of cool. It helps you if you've used the wiki for stuff. You know that you've done this part. Go somewhere else for the quest now. But that's about it. We might even make it around to there. Kind of want to close this. One of these portals. With full health potions. We should probably try and close a portal. Probably just this one. What's that? That's the cave with the valuable lyrium vein. No, that was the one I wanted. And meat. Right. So there's the hunger pangs. Is that the... That's the cave with the vein in it. Alright, let's go here. We're here. that's a lot of stuff. Ice barriers can only be destroyed by fire attacks. I've got fire damage on my spell though. Fire damage on my spell. Fire damage on my bow. What's that? Seeker. I have to go tactics, I think, otherwise I think they'll screw this up. Tactics camera. Alright, Seeker, lead the way. An ice staff.
Red lyrium, and the would-be miner, I believe.
Bianca Arms 1 enhanced. I mean, that's one of the things. We've got these recipes for Bianca. We probably want to get those happening, because that means Varric's going to hit for more, right? It's just the way to keep... I like that they've done that. That way you can keep Bianca in the game, but instead of just giving it automatically power with level, you've got to do something to give it that power. And I think that's a really cool design. Try to close a rift with words. Try to close a rift with 4 healing potions. Okay, the beauty of it, we can always just save, and if we fail, we'll just go back to camp from the auto load. I don't know if I want to be standing here. I'm thinking like... I guess that. What's going on? Why are they walking forward like this? Hole, man. Is there someone up? Okay. Camera. Everyone attack that. Can we... This cameraman. I think we can do that, and we don't need, I think even, like, if we get screwed by the camera like that, it's going to need, like, 20 health potions. But if we can, I don't know, work our way around, it's this elevation, and trying to aim up at... Who is that? It's like that angle. His head doesn't. His head looks like it's photoshopped. Like someone's photoshopped their face on a face of someone else in an article. Everyone's on here, including Seeker. Okay, you attack and you attack.
I'm falling back.
Without, oh, hang on. There we go, got a new one. Wraith dead. Where's the other Wraith? Aha, I think we've done it. So there's that thing there. Which we... Okay, can we save? Yes, we've got to save it. So, we are free to attempt to get there from here, otherwise we just teleport back. Oh. No soul. You can have both of those. Yeah, Varric, get out of the way. Might actually be able to do this. Maybe not.
Nothing.
Why are you all...
Kill that one.
The entirety of my range group decided to run toe to toe with this guy. They're smart. We have a letter. There's the ring. Do I need to be doing something with this thing? Not so much, okay. So there is this one as well while we're here. She's dead. Okay, so we just need to go back to a bunch of places now. So travel from there, go hand that one in, travel back and hand that one in. And travel somewhere else and hand those ones in. There's a lot of fast travel happening.
Nothing to... Sir.
Thank you again.
You're welcome.
We're the Templars. They don't care who they kill anymore.
Is your husband's ring?
I found this ring on a Templar I killed.
This is it. Praise to you and the Inquisition for giving my husband justice. It won't bring him back, but his spirit will rest easier now. As will mine.
Quest complete. Cassandra slightly approves. Hey John, how you doing, man? We should probably, since we're up in this area, travel down and close that rift as well. How do we get up to thing though? That way? Not that way.
Nothing to report, sir.
Actually thinking that if you're on left mouse, it turns A and D into strafe. Occasionally not on left mouse because you're fine going straight, but if you want to strafe, you've got to change up to Q and E. There is no need for keyboard turning, so I should just always swap strafe from Q and E to A and D. Keyboard turning is just bad. I'm fine. If there was a way up there, I missed. Okay, anyway, we're at the rift, so let's do that first since we're here. Can't bring the access point? Oh, it sucks, man. Because I'd agree with you, there's definitely something about sitting on the couch instead of being confined to a desk. No. Cassandra, you make me so angry.
Make it.
Okay, what do we do? Wait. Let's wait. Wow, there is 6 enemies? Crap, man. Come on, Cassandra. Everyone, if we can leave the shades alone, I think we're good. There's 2 shades over here that haven't pulled, and if it stays that way, I think we're in a good spot. Oh. Okay, you need to... Okay. Alright. Let's give it a problem. Why were you two not attacking this one? Guys? Fellas? Sorry, Panz. We thought it'd be better if we attacked the one we wanted to attack. Why didn't you tell us to attack? I did. Oh, that one's almost dead though. Fudge, man. Quest 1 of 4 in Haven, 1 of 15 in Hinterlands. That's so cool. Alright, so we... town? We should probably... I think now we go back to main town, right? That's probably what we do. Because there's the blacksmith at Haven, right? And can do stuff. Plus we can do the war room thing. Because we've got all this power. And I don't know how often we should be going back and putting our power into other stuff or not. It's kind of this weird other thing. Yeah, no idea on the power. Power goes on this war room board, which is kind of cool, but also kind of weird. I don't know.
We cannot stay here.
You're the one they're calling the Herald.
Against my will.
If you know a way to make them stop, I'm all ears.
I don't. These things have a way of taking on their own life. But I'm glad it has not run to your head. I did not join the Order to adjust my faith so easily. But I appreciate what the Inquisition is trying to do, and your role in it. Though you may find not many Templars do. We're a distrustful lot by nature.
Yeah, you are. What do you want, though? You're staying here in Haven?
You're not going to rejoin the Order?
When the temple went up, your forces rescued those few of us still alive. My life is a debt I intend to repay, however I can.
Awesome. Joining the Order.
How did you come to be a Templar?
It seemed the right thing to do. My family are tradesfolk in Denerim. I could have become a cobbler like my father, but this seemed better. It's a chance to uphold the Chantry's laws and help the mages through a troubled time.
Templars don't help anything.
How can you see Templars as anything but oppressors?
Some people would ask how I could see mages as anything but unstable weapons. What you forget when you ask that question is that they are people, as perfect as they are flawed.
Yeah, that's fair.
One person trying to do something can make a difference. You should keep that in mind, Harold.
Goodbye.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace.
We want to go inside.
We'll need some of your cloth for bandage.
Is that outside?
Is
I think that's outside.
As the moth sees light.
Anyway, we're going to go to the war room.
The price on the love of Andraste.
Oh, after we get some loot, of course. Whoa. Oh, we needed Velveteen. No.
Thanks for checking anyway.
What's going on here?
Your kind killed the most holy.
Lies. Your kind let her die.
Shut your mouth, mate!
Enough!
Knight Captain.
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean exactly?
Back already, Chancellor.
This guy's a jerk.
Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its Herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
What's up, Cullen?
Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave?
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
Or can't we work together? Nah, we're playing jerk. Proper authority failed.
If the proper authority hadn't completely failed, the Conclave wouldn't have been needed.
So you suggest I blame the Chantry and exalt a murderer? What of justice?
That won't help restore order in the here and now.
Order will never be restored so long as this rebellion is allowed to fester.
This is what we're saying to the Chancellor. I hope the trip is worth it.
Well, let's hope we find solutions and not a cathedral full of chancellors.
The stuff of night.
Nice, a butt monkey.
Mock, if you will. I'm certain the Maker is less amused.
I will keep the peace while you and the others appeal to the Chantry in Val Royeaux.
Better ready yourself for the blame you will be rightly assigned.
Yeah. Where's my war table?
Speak only the word. Sing only the
Oh, hello, Mother Giselle.
For the injured as soon as possible, revered mother.
Greetings, Herald of Andraste. How fares your quest to seal the breach?
People are frustrating me.
Not as well as it should. How can people focus on trivialities when faced with the breach?
It is easy for us to imagine that mundane matters fall aside in tumultuous times. The Chart of Light does not speak of feeding troops or arranging meetings or any such mundane concerns. But every organizational detail you contend with, Andraste herself once faced. These trivialities are steps on your path to victory, even if history never remembers them.
Comparison scares me.
You keep talking as though I'm the equal of Andraste. Do you know how unnerving that is?
I can only imagine. But we are all given to our purpose under the Maker. A sword does not ask to be forged. And frankly, if such a comparison gives you pause, I do not see that as a bad thing. In any case, I pray this Inquisition proves less brutal than its predecessor.
Right. No.
Farewell.
Maker go with you.
We now have access to missions. Mission operations take time and bring the Inquisition resources and rewards. Only one mission per advisor can be active at a time. Oh, we got an advisor while we were out and about as well, yeah. Some missions have a preferred type. So I think this comes because we have power. Like we have 13 power and 1 perk. It grants a 5% increase in experience earned from killing foes. I like that. We can go for secrets. It grants a significant increase to the discovery range of the searching action, so we can loot spam better. 10% with extra herbs. New dialogue related to Fade or Arcane Study, and 50% XP for each codex entry unlocked. That's good too. That's another 50% for codex. Merchant discounts and stuff. Rare material shipments. Increased inventory capacity. Adds 1 more potion slot for all party members. That's gotta be that one. Maybe. Experience is good too, but So that's what the perk was for. We need to get more Inquisition perks. What do we do with power? Scout the Hinterlands is completed. And we can go there and do more stuff. Gather coin. The Carter gets its cut. Scout the Storm Coast. Hard in Hightown 3. Barracks Revenge. We haven't done Hard in Hightown 1 or 2. Unless that was in... unless Hard in Hightown 1 and 2 are quests in Dragon Age 2, then maybe it is. Rescue soldiers missing in Ferelden. Hey man without hair, how you doing? How was your day with friends yesterday? Inquisition soldiers have gone missing in the marshy reaches of southern Ferelden because the region is largely uncharted. Finding them will be difficult, but the Inquisition's advisors are determined to find what happened, if possible bring their people back alive. So we send people, few scouts will move more quickly than a larger group could. Or we can do forces. Other soldiers are volunteering to search for their lost comrades. They won't rest until they've found them. Or we can go connections. If we contact the local barn, she can send out search parties for the missing soldiers right away. I wonder what it matters. So weird to see people in person. Yeah, I'm doing alright, man. Let's contact the local barn. Missing soldiers being found in a bog called the Fallow Mire. They're being held hostage by Avar, who demand to meet the Herald of Andraste if the Inquisition wants to see its people alive again. So we can accept the report, and we won't go there yet. So that way you can go back and forth between zones to sort of complete them and see what happened. That's kind of cool. So the power, you don't have to go back and spend power. It just lets you go to another zone. Okay, so that one you got to spend over an hour, so you go do other stuff and then come back. Liliana, it'd be a simple matter to collect secrets and sell them with nothing traceable back to the Inquisition. Trading in favours with merchants of the nobility is by specialty. Good on you, Josephine. Or Cullen, we have soldiers, let them protect caravans and do other honest work for coin. Yeah, okay. How much coin do we need? That requires 5 power. Oh, you can see it from here, I think. No. The Tenere of Haiva wishes to convey our deepest sympathies to the death of Divinia Justinia 5. Most holy was incomparable to witness for dedication would succeed. Hold a vigil in Haiva in remembrance of Justinia. Cordially invite the Inquisition to attend. Take 15 minutes. We should send a diplomatic attaché. And some of the Templars who knew the Divine. Number of Ferelden officers, we could send an honor guard. Huh, I wonder if it matters which one you do there. It's like this war table thing with all these other... Some of them unlock zones. So the first one we did, you only had 1 power from the very start mission. And the only thing you could do was scout the hinterlands. And then you went out there and we did quests. And you gained power. And then you used that power to... We used a lot of the power to unlock this zone. So we can continue doing quests here, or we could go do some quests here. And then there's other options that... take time instead of power. I'm gonna send people who knew the Divine.
Let us begin.
This one's kind of silly because it's actual real time, not so we could just sit here. I could go AFK for 15 minutes, and that'll and come back and that'll be done. But I think what we can do is, so that's what the power does. Do we have stuff in Orlais we can do? Ah, just the Chantry in Valro. Yeah, okay. We're not going to do that yet, but it's like a different version of the world map. There's a ton of quests in the zone, so we have heaps to do. Let's go speak to
Come to me, child.
It is a dwarf.
And I shall embrace you.
There's something about our outfit that's a little I don't know, man. Little
At least we've got
pansexual.
Inquisition troops out at Redcliffe now, giving those people some real.
I mean, one of the voices you could have had would have definitely made you say that. The other one's a bit more Panz tone.
Come on, you've seen our mounts. Most of them should be pulling plows.
Didn't know horses aren't back. You ride whatever holds you.
The combat system's really bad. I'm getting used to it, so I'm getting it to work better, but it's...
Do you think you can have it done by midweek? That when...
Can I modify Bianca? Varric. No upgrades for that item. Okay, Solus has a... This one, right? Bear Staff Grip will be, what, +2 magic? Or Acolyte Staff Blade for 2 willpower. Oh, it's got 2 on it already. So we can't actually add another one. Alright, what about for... what's the quest? Have some armor made or modify some armor. Oh, it needs to be armor. No upgrades. You might notice, but hard to say. Could we get an upgrade here? Give her +3 to... No, that's already there. I want to add one. No sigil upgrades. Select. Empty. Can I put heavy arms on there? What did heavy arms do?
Fine. Midweek. Tell Fred she owes me.
Alright, let's have some armor made then. Okay, there's one. Every time you see me just randomly shoot for no reason, that's one of the things. Okay, so I can have this made for us. It's probably the cheapest one I can get made. Can Cassandra have anything made? Can we get anything like heavy, like defenders? Alright, so if I use like Drakestone and Drakestone, she'll have a 102. What it doesn't show what she's currently wearing though, so there's no way to compare it. It's a 102 armor rating warrior only. Well, what if I put iron in that one? She gets +4 strength. What if I make that out of iron? She also gets +4 strength. Onyx. Does it just make it look different? Strong defender armor.
Right.
Quest complete. We better got XP for that. What was she wearing? Alright, she was wearing so we modded the one that she was wearing and then crafted a different one. Oh, it still had the things on it though. 4-2. There we go. That's actually better. So, okay, not bad. Are there any Bethany contenders in this one? No. Not even close. I mean, Seeker's probably the closest. She was the one that Varric was telling the story to in 2, but she's, I don't know, maybe quarter Bethany. Feels Bob's man, I know. I think they toned down a little bit. Defender coat of arms. Oh, interesting. Alright. I need to find a logging stand. Okay. Is that there? So it looks like we either go, I think we go around to find that, right? There's also a quest here. Special shipments. We should probably try and find that. I'm gonna go that way. Run, Panz.
So if we get better horses, you think that'll make a difference?
We all knew they would have to, but somebody jokes they wouldn't know. You ready for disco tomorrow? Went out on Saturday night, which was nice. I was speaking to my cousin about it, and he's played through it twice. And he said he, like, someone else that was there, they'd played it as well, and they said they played through using the wiki on their second playthrough, just to, for specific, just the perks, not the perks, the things you internalize. Yeah, I was telling you about that, I think. But they said, yeah, on that playthrough where they picked the internalize that matched up with the build they were doing, it just gave them so much more like stuff. Yeah, the thought cabinet. Because I said I'm enjoying it, but it feels like I'm losing a lot because I want to learn something because it's there, right? So you internalize it, and then if you get stats that go against your build, I'm just dealing with it, right? Because it's just a bit of fun and giggles, and we'll get through the story. But because it doesn't tell you what it is until afterwards, it said, and then if you want to unlearn it, you need to, you know, that costs you a level up. And they were saying, yeah, the level ups, once, like, they slow down. He said, so if it's not to know what the results are. It tells you what the penalty for while you're doing it. Because I've got somewhere, like, one of them, we've got a guy, like, we've got a logic and visual, whatever it's called, build. And one of them is giving us a higher cap on some of the smarty pants stuff. But we're nowhere near the cap anyway. And it's the current thing with it is -1 for logic. Visual calculus, thanks. So it's just costing us, you know, and I did it just for the fun of it, but I'm looking at it now going, I really should have wikied it. And pretty much everyone else I've spoken to have said, yeah, the way to go is just ignore the thought cabinet completely and just put points into the actual stats, because you just don't have enough levels to... Ooh, claim a logging stand. I mean, I'm okay. Well, there's nothing we can do about it now, because I've almost filled up my thought cabinet. The issue is, though, that's like 13 points or something, or 11 points we've put into it that could have gone into other locations, and we've pretty much got nothing out of it. Except for the Hobocop, it allowed us to dumpster dive. Hmm. Yeah. So I don't know if I don't think I'd actually do another playthrough, just for the tidbits and things.
We've got scattered reports of Tevinter sightings.
But yeah, I think I'll definitely, if anyone's asking about the game, I'll say definitely wiki up the thought cabinet. What happened with this quest? What was the special shipments? I don't know now. I think what happens, it's kind of a weird situation because knowing exactly what you'll get out of it, I mean, like, but that's why people put points into certain things. So it's supposed to be a bit of mystery. You know, your character has no idea what's going on with them, so you're delving into certain memories in the hopes of gaining something. If you know what you'll get at, but yeah, I can see how it would put people off wanting to do it, because like, why would I invest? Because I've got to take a penalty in the meantime, potentially, and then get something that I don't want. Now I have to change the build I started with, and if that's the idea of to get people to adjust and change their build, sure, but a lot of people don't want to do that because they don't want to start with a smart character and then end up with like 10 perks that go to a strong character, because even if you start putting in strengths, like, well, wish I'd started with a strong character because I would have just built into it. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Just put the points into things themselves. Well, I think because some of the thought cabinet ones give you multiples, or one of the thought cabinet ones, like I said, gives you +4 to capacity. But you'd already need to have spent like 15 points before you even start making use of those. I'm gonna get a craft this weapon. Well, I don't really want to, but it's for the quest. Our soldiers require additional weapons if they would be effective. Reward +1 power. Oh, I got power for that. Okay, that's fine then.
The Inquisition can use that.
I don't know what the influence is doing either. Josephine is ready to report in. Return to the war table for reward. That was the 15-minute thing I did. which is one of the reasons why I chose that one, because I knew I had about 15 minutes left to stream. So let's have a look at what she has to say. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, though. It does add RP flavour.
We are garnering interest from the capital.
But I think a better way to do it would have been
I am not convinced we are
almost like
prepared
making
for
it
the
that you
full
have to take
scrutiny
one
of
every
that
so many
role.
levels. That way players could, I don't know, and have it unlocked or something. Instead of getting a skill point, you get a thought cabinet thing, and you have to internalize it. But make it known what the outcome's going to be. I don't know. Okay, what happened here? Ambassador Montilet, the Inquisition emissaries, and I were a welcome addition to our vigil. As a token of my thanks, I'm sending Ferelden arms for your troops. May the Maker grant you never need them. Rewards received. Ferelden Captain Longsword. Cool. The thing is with the cabinet points one, it's like what you can only learn them when you come across them in game, and I think that's the issue from not using a wiki to find out what they are for me, is that you have no idea. You can see the list of what they are, but you can't see anything about them, and you can't even assume what they could do based off their name, and you only get to pick them when you come across them in game. So when you've got 3 available and you take 2 points in cabinet plus the one you start with, you just learn those 3 because it costs a skill point to forget them. I think that could solve a lot of the issue, is not costing a level up point to forget them. I think that's where we are in sorry, we got sidetracked with some Disco Elysium, but that's okay. This is where we are with Dragon Age. I'm kind of glad I didn't have a backup plan, because I think I would have just, after like 3 hours of playing today, I would have reverted to it and then just dumpstered this. But playing through it and just sort of getting used to it, I'm still not comfortable with the combat from a design point of view, like why the change from 2 to this. And it's going to irk me for the rest of the playthrough, but I think I'll just get used to it enough where I'll put up with it, and hopefully the boss fights won't be terrible. The first boss fight was good in design, but the crappy combat system made it feel awful to play. Your disco rant is done. I think honestly, even not forcing people to take a point, but I think it should. Like every 3rd or 4th level should be a cabinet point. So you don't get a skill point, you just get a free cabinet slot, and you have to use it. Right? But I think 0 cost to forget cabinet thoughts. That way you can internalize a new one, and it's only a time penalty. And especially since standing still in the game doesn't move time, you would actually have to do stuff. So I think that would actually solve the issue for that.